We're going to talk for a few minutes about layers in Photoshop. Let's go to File, New, and we'll make a sample file. And let's make this 6 by 6 inches. And let's make this 300 dpi RGB. You see it's 9.27 megabytes, so it's a pretty large file. Now we have our navigator open. And let's see if we have our layers. Okay, here is our layer palette. Oops, I wanted to pull it down. Here it is. Oh, is it here somewhere? I think I have it in my dock. Layers. Here it is, layers. I had it docked. Okay, so I have my background, and my background is locked. Now, if I want to make a new layer, there's several ways I can do it. I can go Layer, New, Layer. I can do my submenu, New Layer. Or, no, that's just Duplicate Layer. So I'll go to my submenu and go New Layer. Oh, I know the third place, right here. New Layer, create a new layer. So there is a new layer. And those little squares are telling you that it's a transparent layer. So we're going to make some shapes. So I have my ellipse marquee tool. I have my feather off, my anti-alias off, my style, and I'll just make a kind of a circular shape and fill it. And I'll do deselect. So I have an orange shape here. So now I'll say on my submenu, New Layer. So I have another layer. And I'll check my rectangular tool. I'll change my color. And I'll make a box, and I'll fill it here, and I'll do Control D and deselect. Now I'll make one more, and I'll go Layer, New Layer, and this will be Layer 3. I'll choose another different color, and I'll make, let's see, I think I'll use this polygonal lasso tool. So I'll make a kind of a triangular shape here. And I'll fill this, and I'll go select, deselect, or Control D. Now, if I want to select or move these shapes around, they're all on transparent layers, so I'll have to use my Move tool. Now, if I want to move this, you see, it's not working because my Layer 3 is activated. So I'm going to right-click and say Layer 3, and the correct one will be here. Or I can actually select here and move it, and the correct one will move here. Okay, I can name these red ball. I double click red ball. Okay, I can call this, oops, I can right click and layer properties, green square, and triangle, fuchsia triangle. Okay, so I can change the names of my layers by double clicking and changing the actual names of my layers. I got in trouble using this auto select layer. This will automatically select whatever you click on, but many times I got in trouble using this, so I do not recommend as a new user that you use this, because a lot of times I took great care in placing my layers and then I accidentally moved them. The fast way that I use for moving my layers is I right click. You see, if you have several layers on top of each other, you can right click and it tells you the triangle is on top of the green square, is on top of the red ball, is on top of the background. If you want to move things around, I could put the red ball in the front. You left click and drag up to the top. Left click and drag up to the top. So that's how you relocate and you change things around that are on there. So now if I have these and I have them, right now they're separated from the background. If I do layer, merge down, and my red ball is activated, it's going to merge down one layer down. So now these two things are together on one layer. And if I go here and I go layer merge down, all my shapes are on one layer here. So I could rename this shapes. It's renamed to be shapes, and it's all on one layer. You see? Now if I do this and I merge it down again, or merge visible, it's all on the locked background, and I cannot move these around anymore. They cannot be moved around. The only way I can get them off to move them around is take them off this locked background. I can unlock the background. If I unlock the background, then I will show you what happens. I'll unlock the background, and if I unlock the background, I actually can cut into a transparency into the background, a transparent background. But if I step backward, and I step backward again and again and again, and it's locked, and I try to cut, it won't let me cut through the background because it's a locked background. Now if I want to get these shapes off, I can use this wand, and I'll select this shape, and I'll right click and say add this to the selection, and add this to the selection, and then I'll go cut, and then I'll go paste, and now I have all of these shapes on one layer, but I need to get them apart. How would I get them apart? I could take this, and I can go cut and paste, and they're on one layer, but these two shapes are on one layer. So I would go here, and I would go cut, and I would go paste. So now I have my three shapes on three separate layers again.